welcome. You're watching the special edition of the News Hour with me, Sagarika Mitra. Viewers, the already embattled Aam Aadmi Party, whose top leader, Arvind Kejriwal, left the Chief Minister's kursi and his Sheesh Mahal to take an Imandari referendum ahead of the all-important 2025 Delhi Assembly polls, has been jolted by a humongous setback by one of his closest aides and a top leader of the Aam Aadmi Party. We are talking about Delhi Minister Kailash Gehlot. Now, Gehlot, he resigned today, and he resigned from the Council of Ministers and also the primary membership of the Aam Aadmi Party. He was overseeing multiple portfolios, including that of the Transport Ministry, the Revenue and IT Ministry in the Delhi government. In his letter, his loaded resignation letter, he has cited Times Now's path-breaking Sheesh Mahal expose, which revealed how Arvind Kejriwal splurged 45 crore rupees of taxpayer money for the renovation of his official bungalow when he was Chief Minister. Operation Sheesh Mahal also showed you, the people of Delhi, how a whopping 97 lakh rupees was spent on just Sheesh Mahal's curtains. But now, even the uber luxurious curtains of the Sheesh Mahal cannot contain the cracks within the Aam Aadmi Party. Kailash Gehlot says in his loaded resignation letter, and I quote from the letter, that there are many embarrassing and awkward controversies like Sheesh Mahal, which are now making everyone doubt whether we still believe in the Aam Aadmi. Unquote. Now, not just Sheesh Mahal. Kailash Gehlot also spoke about Aam Aadmi Party's unfulfilled Yamuna cleanup promise, and he said, take for example the Yamuna, which we had promised to transform into a clean river but never got around to doing it. Now, the Yamuna is perhaps more polluted than ever before. The Aam Aadmi Party, which is battling this crisis, has gone on to say that their former leader, that is Kailash Gehlot, his letter is nothing but a script written by the Bharatiya Janata Party. They believe that Kailash Gehlot has resigned fearing pressure of the ED and also multiple raids by the CBI. The BJP, though, is claiming that this is the last nail in the coffin of the Aam Aadmi Party. Meanwhile, the Aam Aadmi of Delhi, what's happening with the Aam Aadmi of Delhi, viewers? They are bearing the brunt of not just the political mess, but also the civic mess. Starting tomorrow, GRAP 4 will be in place in Delhi. This will impose more restrictions to battle the massive pollution emergency. The politics continues, the war of words will continue, but finally, who is caught in the crossfire? Who is it all about? And what impact will this have in the upcoming elections? When Arvind Kejriwal was asked a question on Kailash Gehlot today, take a look at what happened and then look at how the war of words is playing out.
सर, कैलाश गहलोत जी ने आज रिजाइन कर दिया पार्टी से और मंत्री पद से, इसको लेकर आप क्या कहेंगे? सर, कैलाश गहलोत जी ने आज रिजाइन कर दिया पार्टी से और मंत्री पद से, इसको लेकर आप क्या कहेंगे?
कैलाश गहलोत का आज आम आदमी पार्टी छोड़ना, ऐसा लगता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के पाप का घड़ा भर चुका है। मुझे लगता है ये आम आदमी पार्टी का पूरा जो नौका है ना, वो तार तार होकर के बिखर चुकी है।
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की घिनौनी और षड्यंत्रकारी राजनीति का हिस्सा है। उन्होंने कैलाश गहलोत के ऊपर ईडी के छापे मरवाए, ईडी ने कई घंटों तक उनसे पूछताछ किया, मानसिक रूप से प्रताड़ित किया, और आज वही स्क्रिप्ट जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी लिख के देती है, वही स्क्रिप्ट कैलाश गहलोत जी के द्वारा बोली जा रही है।
जिस बात को हम दिल्ली की जनता से लगातार कहते आ रहे हैं, आज उसकी पुष्टि की है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल भ्रष्ट हैं और दिल्ली को लूटने में लगे हैं। कैलाश गहलोत ने तो सिर्फ उनको आईना दिखाया है कि शीश महल, यमुना और ऐसे अनेक मुद्दे हैं जिस पे कैलाश गहलोत अब धीरे धीरे बोलेंगे, जो मेरे को उनकी चिट्ठी देखने से लग रहा है।
See, there were several impending cases on him, ED cases as well, CBI as well, and income tax cases as well. The BJP clearly has gotten its allies reactivated prior to the elections. The CBI is in full form again, so is the ED. They've started their low-stooping politics, what they're known for. So it is possibly because jail की struggle सबसे नहीं झेली जाती, and perhaps that is why he's gone to the BJP.
Let's open this up. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Abhishek Sudhir, political analyst, joining us in our studios. Reena Gupta, Delhi Aam Aadmi Party secretary and spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Advocate Kapil Madan, political analyst. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst, also joining us. Opening this up with Sanju. Sanju, as per the Aam Aadmi Party, this resignation letter of Kailash Gehlot was written by leaders of the BJP. You typed his resignation letter.
Thank you for having me over, Sagarika. Let me make a few important points. First and foremost, Aam Aadmi Party exemplifies the ostrich syndrome. They put their head buried deep in the sand. They refuse to look at reality in the face. I will go so far as saying that Aam Aadmi Party is like the proverbial octopus. An octopus, when it is under stress, it starts self-cannibalizing. It starts eating its own arms and legs. And Aam Aadmi Party is in self-cannibalization, self-destruction mode. Now, let me go beyond rhetoric and just nail the lies of the Aam Aadmi Party. Their netas big and small. Ye to Bharatiya Janata Party ki likhi hui script hai. This is BJP swinging into action ahead of Delhi Assembly polls. I want to ask a few questions, to the Aam Aadmi Party through your show. People who've left Aam Aadmi Party in the last 9.5, 10 odd years since its inception, some of them founding members of the Aam Aadmi Party, and against whom there is no ED case, no income tax case, no CBI case, to the best of my knowledge. Ashok Agarwal, Ashwini Upadhyay, Rajesh Garg, Medha Patkar, though of course she's controversial, Anjali Damania. I'm not fond of these people, but Yogendra Yadav, Prashant Bhushan, Shanti Bhushan, Mayank Gandhi. Then there is Maulana Kazmi, who went so far as to call Arvind Kejriwal a Naxal. Then you have, people like Colonel S.P. Talwar, S.P. Uday Kumar, famous anti-nuclear activist, Vinod Kumar Binni. You have the former Speaker of Delhi Assembly, M.S. Dheer, who was a very brilliant AAP legislator, who said that Kejriwal cannot brook intolerance even to this extent. आप उनके खिलाफ यदि एक शब्द भी बोलेंगे, you will be shown the door. And then what did this lady say? Madhu Bhaduri. Her exact quote I am saying for the benefit of your viewers. I have just one issue with Arvind Kejriwal, and that is humanity. Are women not humans? In this party, women are not considered humans. Arvind Kejriwal wears a mask and epitomizes fraudulence. He is a fraud. ये संजू वर्मा नहीं, ये आम आदमी पार्टी की फाउंडिंग मेंबर मधु भादुड़ी ने अरविंद केजरीवाल के बारे में कहा है. So before you point fingers at the BJP, please ask questions of Madhu Bhaduri, ask questions of Maulana Kazmi.
Mr. Gehlot is not in touch with the BJP, Sanju?
Sorry?
Mr. Gehlot is not in touch with your party?
No, let me be very clear. Whether Mr. Gehlot is in touch with the party or not, how things will unfold, we will find that out as days go by. I'm not going to get into crystal ball gazing at this stage, Sagarika, as to what will happen. But आज जो हुआ है, उसको लेकर बात करते हैं. The writing on the wall is clear. I will just finish in 10 seconds. 3 things that stood out. A, of course, the Sheesh Mahal, spending 2 crores on curtains and 2.5 crores on electrical fittings, 1 crore on marble fittings, 3.5 crores on toilet fittings. I'm not even getting into that. I'm not getting into the Yamuna mess. हर साल कहते हैं यमुना को हम सुंदर बनाएंगे, and it only gets messier and dirtier.
Let me bring in Reena Gupta. Sanju, let me bring in Reena Gupta.
One very important thing, Sagarika.
I'll come back to you. Just give me, let the Aam Aadmi Party make an opening remark at this point of time. I'll come back to you.
Can I comment?
Reena Gupta, yes. Today there is a letter, a loaded resignation letter. You might say this was scripted in the BJP headquarters, or leaders of the BJP may have written it, but it raises some very important questions because it also has to do with the people of the national capital. Kailash Gehlot, you would agree, he was a core team member, inner core, top leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, so many ministries. He says, take for example the Yamuna, which we had promised to transform into a clean river but never got around to doing it. Now the Yamuna river is perhaps even more polluted than ever before. Apart from this, there are embarrassing and awkward controversies like the Sheesh Mahal, which are now making everyone doubt whether we still believe in being the Aam Aadmi Party. Doesn't this, allow you to introspect for even a bit?
सागरिका जी, देखिए दिल्ली में चुनाव होने वाले हैं और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स ईडी और सीबीआई उन्होंने अपना काम शुरू कर दिया है और कैलाश गहलोत जी को बहुत टाइम से ईडी सीबीआई परेशान कर रही थी, इनकम टैक्स वाले उनको परेशान कर रहे थे। ये कोई नई बात नहीं है, उससे पहले इन्होंने हमारे सारे नेताओं को, मनीष सिसोदिया जी, संजय सिंह, अरविंद केजरीवाल, सत्येंद्र जैन, विजय नायर, सबको इन्होंने परेशान किया, सबको जेल में डाला। बहादुर लोग जो थे वो उस असॉल्ट को सरवाइव कर गए। हमारी सांत्वना है कैलाश गहलोत जी के साथ, उनमें इतनी हिम्मत नहीं थी कि वो ईडी सीबीआई की इस तरह के असॉल्ट को विदस्टैंड कर पाए। लेकिन एक फेमस डायलॉग है, आपको याद होगा, वो कहते हैं ना, तुम्हारे पास ईडी है, सीबीआई है, लेकिन हमारे पास अरविंद केजरीवाल है। ये कितने किसी के मुंह पर रेड डलवा लीजिए आप, जिसको जाना है वो चले जाएं। दिल्ली की जनता को पता है कि दिल्ली की जनता के लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने काम किया है और काम करते रहेंगे। 10 साल में जितना काम किया है, संजू वर्मा अपने 25 साल के गुजरात के कार्यकाल में गिनवा दें। वो किसी एक स्टेट में जहां इनकी सरकारें लगातार चली आ रही हैं, यूपी में तो इनका राम राज्य चल रहा है, और यूपी में कैसे कल 10 बच्चों की दर्दनाक मौत हुई है जल के, जहां पे ये कह रहे हैं कि हमारा राम राज्य चल रहा है। राम राज्य में ऐसे बच्चों की मौत होती है? शर्म आनी चाहिए इन लोगों को ऐसी बात करते हुए। इनके पास कोई एजेंडा नहीं है। इनको पता है कि दिल्ली में इनकी तीसरी बार, इनकी चौथी बार हार होने वाली है दिल्ली में इनकी। इसलिए आप देखिए,
So Aam Aadmi Party is fearing a defeat. The BJP is resorting to dirty tricks. Sanju, let me get the opening comments from everyone on the panel. Abhishek, Sudhir, you heard both the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. What is your take on the kind of crisis that's unfolding? Because here I would like to talk about the people of Delhi. The people of Delhi are complaining about issues that matter to them on an everyday basis. Be it the high levels of pollution, be it the civic apathy, be it the kind of, crisis that they are facing every day. Who is facing the brunt?
Well, look at this letter. This isn't a letter from Mr. Gehlot. This is a damning indictment of Arvind Kejriwal and the governance of the Aam Aadmi Party. You have the word Sheesh Mahal used on a government of NCT of Delhi letterhead. You have Kailash Gehlot, one of the senior most ministers, someone who's far senior to Atishi as well, who has been a man of few words, who has actually managed to establish a working relationship with the LG and the bureaucrats in Delhi. The man who's been transport minister, the man many thought would be the next chief minister. That man has been insulted by Arvind Kejriwal at every given opportunity. Mr. Kejriwal will only install his lackeys in positions of power. This is now, as he himself says, no longer the Aam Aadmi Party. This has become the Aam Apradhi Party. Sheesh Mahal, the Yamuna. What is this broken record of the Aam Aadmi Party? Anybody leaves the Aam Aadmi Party? BJP, ED, CBI, LG. What about the deaths of the children in the Delhi hospital in East Delhi? That they conveniently forget about that. How about the deaths of those students in the coaching centers in Mukherjee Nagar? They conveniently forget about that. Is that Ram Rajya? Anything goes wrong with the people of Delhi, the people of Delhi suffocate. Whose fault is it? LG. Right? If something good happens in Delhi, oh, Arvind Kejriwal, our Nayak. I mean, Arvind Kejriwal is a false prophet. He's a false messiah. He promised a revolution, but much like the French people did several centuries ago, the people of Delhi will usher in a revolution. The reign of terror of Arvind Kejriwal will end in February. The man thinks he can just put Atishi in Sheesh Mahal. He's trying to wash his hands off Sheesh Mahal now, let me tell you, Sagrika. He's going to paint it as Atishi Mahal.
Okay.
He wants it to be Atishi Mahal.
Okay.
The man just bucks blame. The buck stops with Arvind Kejriwal. Kailash Gehlot says that, and this is a damn indictment.
Advocate Kapil Madan, a loaded resignation letter, Sheesh Mahal mentioned. Do you think Sheesh Mahal now will haunt the Aam Aadmi Party ahead of elections in 2025? The party that you back, that is the Congress party. You are an alliance in the INDIA bloc. You have no samjhauta in Delhi, yes. But do you think Sheesh Mahal is going to impact the chances of the Aam Aadmi Party, and will that then benefit you in return?
Let me make very quick points. I'll be limited to the letters issued by Mr. Kailash Gehlot, and he has raised an issue of Sheesh Mahal. So I have 2 points to make here. Point number 1 is that when this entire controversy erupted, that happened sometimes last year, why was it that Mr. Gehlot at that point in time didn't resign? and waited for 1 long year, and he is resigning just before the election. So the timing of Mr. Kailash Gehlot's letter raises suspicion. That's point number one. And I will not be surprised that, maybe in a day or two, or maybe in a week's time, you will have Mr. Kailash Gehlot joining the BJP. And if this so happens, then we would all know how and who, scripted, this letter. That's point number one. Now, my larger point on the issue of public spending on Sheesh Mahal is concerned, and I would have, expected Mr. Gehlot to do a bit of a research, and he should have posted on the amount that was spent on all the CM across the country on their official residence. That would have given a true picture of public spending by CMs on their official residence. And if in that situation, the spending on Mr. Kejriwal house was proportionally higher than what was being spent by other CMs, then, the Sheesh Mahal controversy has some water.
Okay,
otherwise,
so the splurge is allowed if you do a comparative study of the amount spent.
Of course, yes. Abhishek,
and then we will talk about being the Aam Aadmi Party.
Let me just ask Abhishek.
Let him complete. Go ahead, Kapil, yes.
Let me just ask Abhishek Sudhir here. Yeah. You want to talk about spending on a particular house made by CM in Delhi. I'll just ask a question. In comparison, why don't the BJP releases a list wherein they declare to the public that how much amount was spent on CMs across the country? And the controversy.
I'll come back to you. Yes.
That will give
So Sheesh Mahal is back in the discourse ahead of Delhi elections. Let me get Dr. Akashdeep Muni. He's been waiting. Dr. Muni, now if we take the logic of Kapil Madan, he says that very soon Kailash Gehlot will join the BJP and all this conspiracy will unravel. But the BJP points at the number of leaders in the Aam Aadmi Party who've quit. In fact, when Swati Maliwal had made those damning allegations against Bibhav Kumar, once again, all the assault that happened with her happened inside the Sheesh Mahal. When she said that, the similar excuse was given by the Aam Aadmi Party that she's speaking on behalf of the BJP. Each time a leader raises up, talks about the problems within the Aam Aadmi Party, there is a BJP pawn who's speaking out. Yeah. How do you look at this kind of narrative playing out? Do you also back what Kapil Madan is saying, that Kailash Gehlot is doing everything at the behest of the BJP?
See, I totally agree with my dear friend Kapil that whatever Kailash Gehlot is doing is on behalf of BJP, and especially I'll go one step ahead. It is on behalf of BJP's main right-hand man, that is CBI and ED, who are the caged parrots of Bharatiya Janata Party, which I am not saying Honorable Supreme Court has said. But today, I think the Bharatiya Janata Party should be more worried about what Conrad Sangma was saying about Bharatiya Janata Party, who has said that it's a failed government in Manipur. Now, coming back to Delhi, today I also want to tell you that Kailash Gehlot was in lot of pressure. 250 raids have been, 250 crore cases has been slapped upon him by ED and CBI. There are a number of FIRs registered against him by Bharatiya Janata Party. There were raids happening, and he was always under pressure. And finally, he succumbed to pressure, and it is everybody's how much they can take it or not take it.
Okay, he succumbed to pressure. Dr. Akashdeep Muni, let me bring the BJP in, because here all of you are accusing the BJP of using ED and CBI as allies. Sanju, you've heard this. It's nothing new for you. You've heard this come in time and again. Time and again, you've heard your critics accuse you of misusing agencies. They will remind you what the Supreme Court said about, ED and CBI being cage parrots. But reveal to our viewers here, because if there are cases against Kailash Gehlot, if there are cases of corruption that were being probed, and in fact the BJP also spoke about it, if Mr. Kailash Gehlot comes to you and says that, okay, you know what, I want to join the Bharatiya Janata Party, I'm fed up of the Aam Aadmi Party, a man who's facing ED probe, will you take him in?
Sagarika, let's first get the perspective on the entire Kailash Gehlot resignation right. First and foremost, let's be very clear that one of the oldest members of the Aam Aadmi Party, he's represented the Najafgarh constituency for the longest time, the transport minister, he's not some small timer. He's categorically castigated Arvind Kejriwal for his incompetence, for corruption, and for going ahead with his own political agenda under the garb of serving the people of Delhi. So let's be very clear about this, that Arvind Kejriwal's bluff has been called out by one of his own. Point number 2, be it Sanjay Singh, be it Vijay Nair, be it Satyendra Jain, be it Manish Sisodia, or for that matter, be it Arvind Kejriwal. You do not need to be a lawyer, an advocate, or a rocket scientist. With an iota of common sense, one realizes that all these people are out on bail, which means they have not been declared innocent by the law of the land. So each time you sit here, and when I say you, I mean the entire ecosystem of Aam Aadmi Party darbaris, and say, oh, Arvind Kejriwal to, jail se riha ho gaye hain. Loktantra khatre mein hai, democracy khatre mein hai, संविधान khatre mein hai. So let me tell you, you guys talk about the constitution, but do you know something? In a democracy, electoral politics matters. In Karnataka, the Aam Aadmi Party polled 0.59% votes lower than Nota at 0.68%. Aam Aadmi Party got 0 seats in Lok Sabha from Delhi in 2019 and repeated that performance by getting 0 seats again in Lok Sabha from Delhi in 2024. But guess what? ये कहते थे हम तो पंजाब में करिश्मा कर देंगे. In Punjab, despite a 26% vote share, Aam Aadmi Party managed to get only a measly 3 seats. Now let me talk about Uttarakhand 2022. Arvind Kejriwal said, oh, Uttarakhand mein is baar Kejriwal ki sarkar aayegi. What happened? The entire Aam Aadmi Party unit under Captain
रीना गुप्ता रिबर्टिंग संजू वर्मा. रीना गुप्ता जी, जेल का जवाब वोट से आपका कैंपेन हुआ करता था लोकसभा चुनाव के पहले. अब लोकसभा चुनाव के पहले जब आपने कहा जेल का जवाब वोट से, तब भी आपने कहा कि कट्टर ईमानदार जो अरविंद केजरीवाल है उनके खिलाफ ईडी और सीबीआई लगा दी गई. But we saw what happened in the Lok Sabha elections. Each time a leader quits your party, and a top leader at that, you say कि यार ये सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी ज्वाइन करने वाले. Then what about all those leaders who quit your party? What about Swati Maliwal? वो तो आज भी यमुना का गंदा पानी चीफ मिनिस्टर आतिशी के घर के बाहर फेंकती है, and she tells chief minister must wake up. How is it that the people of Delhi have to endure with this when the chief minister is not waking up to the problems of Delhi?
I'm going to also point fingers at Atishi. Tomorrow Saurabh Bhardwaj leaves the party.
Reena Gupta, Sanju, let Reena Gupta come.
Quiet now. No, please ask her to keep quiet. I will not speak like this.
Reena Gupta, go ahead, please make your point. Sanju, I'll come back to you.
Program. So सबसे पहले तो संजू वर्मा बताएं कि 2015 में उनको दिल्ली में कितनी सीट्स मिली थी, वो बताएं कि पंजाब में उनको कितनी सीट्स मिली हैं, और वो बताएं कि वो 25 साल से तमिलनाडु में उनको कितनी सीट्स मिली हैं. तो इस तरह के फालतू का डेटा देखने से कोई फायदा नहीं है. जो आप आज की तारीख में सबसे बड़ा सवाल यह है कि जिन सब लोगों को आप भ्रष्टाचारी कहते थे, मतलब इतनी लंबी लिस्ट है, अजीत पवार से लेके और शुभेंदु अधिकारी, हिमंता विश्व शर्मा, ये सब लोग एकदम से साफ कैसे हो गए? आज संजू वर्मा आपके चैनल पे, मैं चैलेंज करती हूं, आपके चैनल पे आपके व्यूअर्स को अश्योर करें कि कैलाश गहलोत भारतीय जनता पार्टी नहीं ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं. पहली बात. दूसरी बात, ये अश्योर करें कि जो ईडी और सीबीआई की रेड जो इन्होंने ये कह रही है कि कैलाश गहलोत के खिलाफ है, वो सारे केसेस अगर हैं तो वो ड्रॉप होंगे कि नहीं होंगे. संजू वर्मा आपके व्यूअर्स को अश्योर करें कि कैलाश गहलोत ने जो चिट्ठी लिखी है वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यालय में नहीं लिखी गई है. पूरा देश देख रहा है. पहले तो शांत कराइए इनको.
एक मिनट, 1 second. Reena Gupta and Sanju Verma, one after the other. Reena Gupta, Sanju, Reena Gupta is asking you, are you ready to assure here on the News Hour that if Kailash Gehlot is coming in to join the BJP will turn him down? Yes, Sanju.
Yes, Sagarika, first and foremost, Sanju Verma is the national spokesperson of the largest political organization in the world. Reena Gupta is the spokesperson of a party which has not managed to extend beyond 1.5 states. Shant ho jao. You are the representative of a small chutku party. Choti si party ka representative ho, shant ho jao. Now, Sagarika, let me tell you one thing. Sagarika, let me tell you one thing. Can you please moderate this?
पूरा देश देख रहा है.
Reena Gupta ji, I gave you your time. Let Sanju finish. You gave her a challenge. Let her respond to your challenge ना. आप तो 3 challenge दे चुके हैं, उनको बोलने दीजिए.
Finish. First and foremost, let Reena Gupta know one thing. Your audience needs to know one thing very clearly. In 2021, when people were falling down like a pack of cards at the height of the COVID pandemic. Arvind Kejriwal ने कहा मुझसे ना हो पाएगा. 2016 when Delhi was reeling under dengue, Arvind Kejriwal ने कहा मुझसे ना हो पाएगा. So basically Kejriwal model is a big zero. पहली बात तो ये. दूसरी बात, before asking questions of Sanju Verma, I want to ask you, how is it that the Delhi Jal Board, which was running a profit of 85,000 crores 10 years back, is today running losses of 85,000 crores? Because this figure has been given by your own panelist, not Sanju Verma. How is it that 486 Mohalla clinics have shut down? How is it that 6,000 CCTVs, which you were supposed to set up, not a single one is working? You were supposed to set up 20 smog towers. You set up only one smog tower. You have a budget of 76,000 crore annually. Have you set up a single hospital? Have you set up a single functional college? How is it that more than 537 Delhi schools don't have a principal or a vice principal?
Okay. Reena Gupta responding to Sanju Verma. Reena Gupta, governance crisis हो चुका है कि नहीं दिल्ली में? अरविंद केजरीवाल मानेंगे कि नहीं? अरविंद केजरीवाल, who is the the pole of the Aam Aadmi Party, the man who gets you the vote. If Arvind Kejriwal says, I am going there for a referendum on my imandari, when his own leaders are not ready to believe his imandari claim, they are citing Sheesh Mahal. Yeah. They are citing failed promises. How do you expect the people of Delhi to believe, believe the entire, activity that your chief minister, former chief minister is trying to do? That I am a kattar imandar और अब दिल्ली की जनता के वोट पे ही मैं वापस आऊंगा.
रीना गुप्ता एक शतशुतुर.
रीना गुप्ता, संजू, let रीना गुप्ता respond.
देखिए, पहले शांत कराइए संजू वर्मा को.
हाँ जी, आप बोलिए.
दिल्ली की जनता से आप जाके बात करिए. दिल्ली की जनता अरविंद केजरीवाल जी में पूरा विश्वास करती है और इस पिछली बार तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की 2-4 सीट आ गई थी. इस बार तो 70 की 70 सीट दिल्ली में आम आदमी पार्टी की आने वाली है. आप टीवी स्टूडियो से बाहर जाके जरा बात तो करिए, लोगों से बात करिए. कितना प्यार है लोगों के दिल में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के लिए. आज भी दिल्ली के सारे लोग याद कर रहे हैं कि कैसे 10 साल में जितना दिल्ली में काम हुआ है उतना आप दिल्ली के आसपास के एरियाज में, एनसीआर में चले जाइए, आप नोएडा में चले जाइए, आप गाजियाबाद में चले जाइए, गुड़गांव में चले जाइए, कहीं पे भी वो काम नहीं हुआ है जो 10 साल में अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की सरकार ने दिल्ली में किया है. और मुझे इस बात में कोई शक ही नहीं कि 70 की 70 सीट आने वाली है.
लेकिन रीना गुप्ता जी, वो लोकसभा में वो प्यार मोहब्बत दिखता नहीं है. लोकसभा चुनाव में वो प्यार मोहब्बत दिखता नहीं है. लेट मी ब्रिंग इन द अदर्स. एडवोकेट कपिल मदान, I'll come to you. Advocate Kapil Madan, do you think there is a governance crisis in Delhi? And if yes, then you must tell the Aam Aadmi Party. At the end of the day, you support a party which is in alliance with the Aam Aadmi Party at the India bloc. Is there a governance crisis in Delhi?
So let me say one thing very, very clearly. You may recall the Supreme Court passed a judgment wherein they said that the accountability of the bureaucracy lies with the state government, and there was a very clear judgment. And what happened thereafter? Thereafter, the government at the center, that is BJP, that brought a services bill that was passed in the parliament, and again the control of the bureaucracy insofar as these services are concerned vests with the BJP, that is the central government. Now I ask one question here. If you have made a law, you have taken back power over the bureaucracy insofar as the manner of appointment and transfer are concerned, then if there is a law that gives you power to do that, you are exercising that power. Then when it comes to accountability, why is that the BJP does not want to take accountability of it? They would want to take responsibility of it, control of it, but when you ask question and will seek accountability of it, they are asking question to the to the wrong person.
Abhishek Sudhir. Okay, Abhishek Sudhir. Kapil Madal is talking about accountability and the question of accountability, but can you deny the fact the entire opposition has gone hammer and tongs against the BJP, accusing the BJP of exerting pressure via ED and CBI. There are multiple cases against Kailash Gehlot. There are top leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party who face jail time. They are, yes, now out on bail, but ED and CBI, misuse of ED and CBI, which the Supreme Court now also has raised concerns about. Can you completely shrug away from these kind of questions that come in?
Let's take a logical approach to this, not political. You are Kailash Gehlot. You are the second most powerful minister in the Delhi cabinet. You are the senior most minister, even more senior than the chief minister. You've been with this party for 9 years. You've been a cabinet minister for several years. You have won multiple elections from Najafgarh. The next Delhi elections are 2 months away. Why is Kailash Gehlot resigning 2 months before a Delhi election when he has been part of the governance record of the Aam Aadmi Party? If there has been pressure, he should have resigned during the liquor scam. He didn't resign. He should have resigned when Kejriwal went to jail. He should have resigned when Raghav Chadha went to jail. No. It's a simple political calculation, in my opinion, that Kailash Gehlot has made, that Arvind Kejriwal cannot lead the Aam Aadmi Party to victory.
Yes.
That's all this is.
Yes.
He has made a political calculation that the people of Delhi have lost faith in Arvind Kejriwal. You can cry about BJP, ED and CBI. And to answer Kapil's question, how much have the other CMs spent? What did Arvind Kejriwal say when he came to power? Na ghar, na ghadi. Now, he had a Wagoner which has been replaced by multi-crore SUVs. He had a 2 BHK flat in Ghaziabad which has been replaced by a Sheesh Mahal. His toilet seat costs more than most people's houses in Delhi. He has a smart toilet seat that costs more than the average house of a person in Delhi. This is literally...
So, Abhishek Sudhir, there are leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party who are facing cases of corruption who've gone to jail. One of them you mentioned has not been in jail. You spoke about Raghav Chadha.
Oh, sorry,
Raghav Chadha has not faced any...
Maybe in jail. Delhi Jal Board scam.
Okay. Dr. Akashdeep Muni.
Misspoke.
You're listening to the kind of war of words that's playing out. Is this going to help the Aam Aadmi Party? Unke liye sympathy factor to nahi ho jayega ye. What do you think? What's going to happen?
See, Sagarika ji, you did ask Bharatiya Janata Party on a pointed question on, is Kailash Gehlot going to join BJP in coming times? BJP did not answer you, but I will. Remember Rajkumar Anand? Rajkumar Anand left Aam Aadmi Party, joined Bharatiya Janata Party.
Joined BSP.
And let me tell you,
BSP.
magnitude of cases.
You're factually incorrect. He joined BSP. He joined the BSP.
Remember Ashok Chavan.
Yeah, we all remember.
Told to take Kargil martyrs' houses. He was involved in such a big scam. And he was taken by Bharatiya Janata Party.
Oh.
Remember Praful Patel, who had conversation with Iqbal Mirchi, Dawood Ibrahim's right-hand man, who was told to be anti-national. He was taken by Bharatiya Janata Party. Thus, Bharatiya Janata Party uses to take into its party, force them to resign, and who don't resign.
Let the BJP answer that. Doctor, okay. The washing machine charge coming your way once again. Even, Sanjay Singh of the Aam Aadmi Party, Sanju, says that elections are around the corner. BJP's washing machine is out.
I want to ask you one question. Again, I'm going back to square one. Rajesh Gupta, Rajesh Garg, MS Dheer, Salil Kumar, Colonel S.C. Talwar, SP Uday Kumar, Madhu Bhanduri. How many of these people have joined the BJP? Zero. Let me get this very clear. आम आदमी पार्टी को पता पड़ गया है दिल्ली की जनता आम आदमी पार्टी को इस बार सत्ता से धक्के मार के निकालेगी. Arvind Kejriwal has failed to provide clean drinking water.
Okay, let Sanju speak.
Clean air.
Reena Gupta ji, I'll come to you. I'll let you have the last word. Let Sanju finish your point.
You know, Sagarika, I always say that a bad workman blames his tools.
Yeah.
Now look at Arvind Kejriwal. He blamed Najib Jung. He never got along with him. He blames the current LG VK Saxena. He had a problem with Anil Baijal, the previous LG. Do you remember Madan Lal Khurana of BJP was the Delhi Chief Minister at one point. Sushma Swaraj was the Delhi Chief Minister at one point. Sahib Singh Verma was the Delhi Chief Minister at one point. And whenever we had a BJP CM in Delhi, the Lieutenant Governor was always from the Congress party. But Sushma Swaraj, Madan Lal Khurana, Sahib Singh Verma had a wonderful working relationship with a Congress-oriented LG. Why is it that Kejriwal cannot get along with any Lieutenant Governor? That shows the problem is basically with Kejriwal. इनसे काम होता ही नहीं है.
Problem is with Kejriwal. Reena Gupta of the Aam Aadmi Party, I'll let you have the last word on the show, last 1 minute on the debate. Reena Gupta ji, I will end by reading another excerpt from Kailash Gehlot's very, very telling resignation letter. He says, political ambitions have overtaken our commitment towards people, leaving many promises unfulfilled. पॉलिटिकल एम्बिशन की बात कर रहे थे, उनका भी कोई पॉलिटिकल एम्बिशन था क्या जिसको आप लोगों ने अनदेखा कर दिया था?
देखिए सागरिका जी, इट्स वेरी क्लियर दैट भारतीय जनता पार्टी इन दिल्ली डज नॉट हैव एनी लीडर्स. They have no sangathan, they have no people on the ground, they have no faces. So in the coming days, you will see that there will be more and more raids on people of other political parties. क्योंकि इन्होंने क्या करा है? इन्होंने पिछले 10 साल में जिनको ये बोलते थे कि भ्रष्टाचारी हैं दूसरी पार्टियों के लोग, उन्हीं को इन्होंने अपनी पार्टी में ज्वाइन करा और उसके बाद इन्होंने उनको अपनी पार्टी का टिकट दिया। जब इनके पास अपने लोग नहीं हैं तो ये वही काम दिल्ली में करेंगे। जो इनके ईडी और सीबीआई से डर जाएगा वो इनके पास चला जाएगा। हमारी शुभकामनाएं कैलाश जी के साथ, हमारी सांत्वना है कि वो ये विथस्टैंड नहीं कर पाए, ये प्रेशर के खिलाफ नहीं खड़े हो पाए। उन्होंने भाजपा ज्वाइन कर लेंगे, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है। संजू वर्मा आपको श्योर नहीं कर पाएंगे कि वो भाजपा नहीं ज्वाइन करेंगे। संजू वर्मा को मैं चैलेंज करती हूं कि वो आपके व्यूअर्स को इस बात का आज ये कॉन्फिडेंस दिलाएं कि
कैलाश तो पता चल जाएगा आने वाले कुछ दिनों में। कैलाश गहलोत has resigned. He hasn't spoken yet. What he's done is he has cited Sheesh Mahal. He has cited unfulfilled promises when it comes to the Yamuna cleanup. Is it time for introspection? What impact will it have in the upcoming elections of Delhi? We'll keep a close watch on that. Thank you so much for joining us on this debate. Like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Taking a short break here. We'll be back with the other big debate. What's happening when it comes to the Sabarmati report? What did the Prime Minister say? And who is feeling very, very edgy with the Prime Minister's remarks? We'll tell